You want to know what's hard? Always comparing yourself. In this industry, and I'm going to say in the industry, for instance, starting off with the OnlyFans, there's so much competition. But when I say comparing yourself, for me personally, when it was about shout out pages and about how almost every single time with every single post, my numbers would never add up. My numbers would never add up to what the other girls had. Is that because I look different? I don't know. Is that because I'm not showing enough skin? I don't know. Is that because I'm not feminine and give off the aura of you can do whatever with me whenever? I don't know. I don't know. Is it an algorithm? I don't know. Couldn't be an algorithm on every single page. It just couldn't be. But where I want to tie that into too is the fact of also seeing in real life a true born player. Somebody that, yeah, I would say a true player. The true player finally met somebody that I guess was worthy, and within some time he settled down with just one person, with that lady. That has sparked so many interesting scenarios and questions in my head today in terms of my own situation. And what I realized is that you might have to come to terms with, well, in my case, I have to come to terms with the fact that for whatever reason, I was not that person for somebody else. I was not the one that they were willing to change for. I was not the one that they were willing to be better for. Whatever that is about me, I don't know. But that's sometimes hard. It's hard facts. It's hard to sit there sometimes and say, well, why wasn't it me? Why couldn't you have not lied to me? Or why couldn't you have loved me? Or why couldn't you have been honest? Or why couldn't you have been loyal? What was it that made you do what you did? And in turn, literally cause complete devastation within me as a person. Now I realize that I, at the time, I didn't know any better, so I internalized it. I know now that it wouldn't also be me. But even though logically you know it's not you, and obviously that's that person, even though the logic is there, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've disassociated with the feelings and still that old mentality, that old thinking of, well, why? I did this, I did that, I did blah, 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 I did that. What was it about me that you wouldn't change for? So who knows? Maybe these people still haven't changed. That's very well possible. I don't know. Well, the one person I know for sure hasn't changed. I know for sure hasn't changed, and this is going on 20 years later. The person's still doing the same shit to different people. So that person I know hasn't changed. So it's just interesting that even though logically you know it's not you, dealing with sometimes the emotion of, well, why couldn't it have been me? Why could you do that for somebody else? Why could you do for somebody else what I wanted you to do? So there you have it. We all struggle. Some of us just do it with a smile on our faces. even though we're dying inside.